June 10th, 2026. Today's key transit is Uranus squaring the nodes of fate, while the Venus-Jupiter conjunction in Cancer continues to reverberate through the collective field. Scorpio, something is moving. You may not be able to see it yet, but you can feel it. Like pressure building underground, like thunder before the storm, like a truth you've been trying not to look at standing directly in front of you, because today's sky is not gentle. It is awakening, and there is a difference. The major force at work today is Uranus, the great awakener, the liberator, the cosmic lightning strike, the force that arrives when your soul has outgrown the life your personality is still trying to maintain. And right now, Uranus is forming a square to the nodes of fate. The nodes represent destiny. The south node represents where we've been. The north node represents where we're being called. And Uranus is standing between them like a storm. Not to destroy your path, to disrupt whatever is preventing you from walking it. Pause. This is not comfortable energy. Let's be honest about that. Scorpio likes transformation, but Scorpio prefers transformation with a plan, a strategy, a roadmap, a sense of control. Uranus does not care about your roadmap. Uranus cares about freedom, and sometimes freedom arrives disguised as chaos. Sometimes the prison door opens before you're emotionally ready to leave the cell. That's the energy many Scorpios are navigating today. Not punishment, liberation. But liberation can feel terrifying when you've built your identity around surviving the old reality. Meanwhile, the Venus-Jupiter conjunction in Cancer is still active. The heart remains open. The emotional body remains exposed. The future remains visible. And this combination creates something fascinating, because Venus and Jupiter are saying, look at what is possible, while Uranus is saying, then why are you still holding on to what isn't? Scorpio, that question may land hard today, because many of you already know. You know what no longer fits. You know what drains your energy. You know which version of yourself is ready to be released. You know which excuses have expired. And today's astrology may make it increasingly difficult to pretend otherwise. Hatch the archetype of the day. Imagine standing at a crossroads. Behind you is a road you've walked for years. You know every turn, every pothole, every disappointment, every comfort. Ahead of you is a road you've never traveled. You cannot see where it leads. You cannot guarantee the outcome, but your soul knows. And then lightning strikes behind you, not in front, behind. Suddenly, the old road begins to disappear. That is Uranus. The awakening often happens when returning becomes more uncomfortable than moving forward. What this looks like in real life. A conversation changes your perspective. A relationship dynamic suddenly becomes impossible to ignore. A job, business, or project reveals its next stage. An opportunity appears unexpectedly. A plan changes. A truth emerges. A delay becomes a blessing. A disruption becomes a doorway. At first glance, it may not look like destiny. It may look like inconvenience. Pay attention. Uranus rarely arrives wearing a name tag. Career, money, and purpose. This is breakthrough energy, not necessarily financial breakthrough, consciousness breakthrough, the kind that changes the way you think about your future. Many Scorpios may receive insights today around business direction, career changes, entrepreneurship, creative projects, legacy work, purpose. The question isn't, what is safest? The question is, what is most alive? Because the future doesn't grow from safety alone. It grows from alignment. Relationships. Today's relationship lesson is freedom, not escape. Freedom. There is a difference. Healthy love expands. Healthy friendship expands. Healthy connection expands. Anything that requires you to become smaller in order to maintain it is being illuminated right now. And for Scorpio, that can be a difficult truth to face, because loyalty is sacred. But loyalty to your soul must come before loyalty to old patterns. The light aspect. The gift available today is breakthrough, sudden insight, unexpected opportunity, a moment of clarity that changes everything, a glimpse of a future you could not previously see. The universe is opening windows where doors appeared locked. The dark aspect. The shadow is resistance. Trying to force the old timeline, trying to negotiate with what is ending, trying to maintain control over a process that requires trust. Watch for fear disguised as logic. Watch for comfort disguised as wisdom. Watch for the voice that says, stay where you are, when your soul knows the season has changed. Scorpio transmission. Scorpio, The old world isn't collapsing because you failed. It's collapsing because you've grown. The old identity isn't dissolving because it was wrong. It's dissolving because it completed its purpose. The life you built got you here. Honor it, thank it, bless it, and then release it. Because today's astrology is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to become more fully yourself. Uranus strikes, the nodes shift, the future calls, and the question beneath today's sky is simple. If nothing changed, would you still be living the life your soul came here to experience? If the answer is no, then maybe the disruption is not the problem. Maybe it's the invitation. And if this message resonates, Scorpio Collective, tell me, what part of your life feels ready for a breakthrough?